Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. It's Megan and today is another, you guessed it, book haul. So I was going to hold off until I received all of my books, but I'm starting to be taken over. I have 26 books here that I'm going to haul for you. I have another stack of 23 books, all by Black authors, that I'm going to haul. And I also have 13 graphic novels that I'm going to haul. Did you hear that? That was the sound of my wallet sobbing. I have to go on a book buying ban, you guys. I am subscribed to 8 bookish boxes. By the way, if you use the code MEGAN, you can get 15% off your first box at Real Bookish. I will link that down below. But let's get into this haul. So the first thing I hauled was this Collector's UK set of the A Darker Shade of Magic series. I primarily purchased this because I got the A Darker Shade of Magic Illumicrate edition special edition box, and the dust covers coming in that only fit the UK editions, and I'm not sure if the UK and the US editions are the same size, so I literally bought books just for the dust jackets. So in this universe, there are 4 worlds that all intersect at a place called London in their respective world. First, we have Grey London, which is similar to our London. It's just the real world. Then we have Red London, which is the kind of well of magic, the one that's like, if you were Goldilocks, there's the too hot, too cold, just right. It's the just right of the magic. We have White London, which is kind of overrun by magic, and then Black London, which has been decimated due to the overrun of magic. So it's a lot of fun, and the very first line, Kel wore a very peculiar coat, hooked me right from the get-go, so I highly recommend this series. Next, I got the new paperback editions of the Percy Jackson and the Olympians series by Riordan. If you aren't aware, but I'm sure most of you are, this tells the story of Percy Jackson and all of his friends. Each of them are a demigod, otherwise known as half human, half Olympian god, and they all go to a summer camp every summer and stay protected. So it's a lot of fun. I love mythology, so this is right up my alley. I've only read The Lightning Thief and The Sea of Monsters, but I am planning to pick it back up this month. Next is the A Clash of Kingdoms series by Aaron Summerall. I'm not sure if these are a continuous series or if they are each their own novels but set in the same world. I tried to read the synopses on these, but I didn't want to delve too deep in case it is a series. But from what I can tell, I believe that if it was a series, it would go Once a King, Ever the Hunted, Ever the Brave. Or vice versa. But this makes me think it's a play off of King Arthur. I could be entirely and completely wrong, but I'm not too upset because it sounds fun and these covers are gorgeous. This one is my favorite. It's just beautiful. Next, I got book number 6 in the Fallen Kingdom series by Morgan Rhodes. I've seen a lot about this series, but I haven't done too much research on it, and I don't want to read the synopsis of this just because it is number 6 in the series, and I don't want to spoil myself or anything, but a lot of people have recommended this series to me, so I wanted to check it out. Next, I got The 100 Rebellion, which I believe is book 4 in the 100 series. I picked this up because it was on sale at our local thrift store and I wanted to grab it while it was on sale, and I've been watching this series with my parents, so I thought it'd be fun to read the book. From what I can tell from the Netflix series, this tells the story of a spaceship that has sent 100 of their juvenile delinquents to Earth to see if it's habitable again, and it's the 100 that we're following. Next, I got Golden Sun, which I believe is book 2 in the Red Rising series. I believe Red Rising is the story of a world set on Mars in which the Reds are the lowest class and the Golds are the highest class, and the Reds are tricked into doing the work for the higher class until one day one of the Reds discovers the trick and starts to rebel. So basically it just sounds like a dystopian set on Mars, and I'm all here for that. I got the paperback, and then I ended up buying the Fairy Loot Red Rising trilogy, so here's hoping I like it. Next, I picked up The Shifter, which I believe is a very young adult or middle grade story. In this, we follow Naya, who has the ability to take away someone's pain and heal them, essentially. However, unlike the other healers, she does not have the ability to store the pain in their sacred metal. She rather has the ability to shift the pain from one person to another. And this is a secret she has to keep until one day a pain merchant, or someone kind of trafficking in pain, discovers her secret and tries to utilize her. This sounds a lot of fun. It's called The Healing Wars, so I am planning to use this for the 4 Nations Readathon healing prompt. Next, I got the Scholastic Inc. 10th anniversary edition of The Hunger Games. These are so beautiful, and my unicorn at the moment, other than, you know, UK Strange the Dreamer hardback, is the Catching Fire book in this edition, because Catching Fire is my favorite of the trilogy, and these editions are beautiful. Next, I got My Lady Jane, which I am super excited for. It is written by Cynthia Hand, Brody Ashton, and Jody Meadows, otherwise known as the Lady Janies. This is a set of books in which we follow different Janes throughout history. There's My Calamity Jane, My Lady Jane, in which we are following Lady Jane Grey, and also My Plain Jane, which follows Jane Eyre. This is my first Lady Janey book, so I'm so excited to get into this. It's essentially their stories told in a funny perspective, and I've heard that this is a really good one, so I'm so excited. Next is Roseblood by A.G. Howard, and all I know about this is that it's a retelling of Phantom of the Opera, and honestly, that's all I had to hear. So I'm not gonna go any further into the synopsis of this or plot of this. I just am satisfied knowing it's a retelling of Phantom of the Opera, and I'm so excited to pick it up. Next, I finished my Arch Enemies collection trilogy. Sorry, it starts with the Renegades. Clearly, I haven't read this trilogy. So it's Renegades, Arch Enemies, and then Supernova. And we have the Renegades and the superheroes, and they're on opposing sides, both believing they're right. And we follow, I think, the son of a superhero and the daughter of a renegade, kind of spying on the other and learning the other side isn't so wrong after all. But it sounds super fun. I'm excited. CEO of I'm excited, clearly. Next, I got the UK paperback, UK paperback of Dark Dawn, which is the 3rd and final book in the Nevernight trilogy. However, I did also receive 3, which is a exclusive chapter that you received when you pre-ordered, I believe, Dark Dawn. I'm so excited. I didn't know this existed until someone sent it to me and freaked out, so thank you. If you aren't aware, Nevernight tells the story of Mia Corvair, who is training to become an assassin to get revenge on the people who killed her father. It's a very hard dialect or vernacular to get into at first, but once you get used to it, it's easy. There's a lot of footnotes, but the story itself is so fun, and I love Mr. Kindly, so it was a lot of fun. And I need to read Dark Dawn. Next, I picked up Beach Read for the Beach Readathon by my friend Sadie Joyful, along with Delancey and Shelby. I will link information to that down below, but this is the story by Emily Henry about an author of literary fiction and an author of romance novels are both on the beach experiencing writer's block, and they challenge each other to write in the other's genre of choice to kind of stimulate their writing process, and it sounds fun, so I'm excited. Oh my gosh. How do I not have a better vocabulary by now? Next, I picked up Prince Charming and Her Royal Highness. I believe these are similar to the Simon verse, in which they're told in the same world, but you can read them separately. This tells the story of Daisy, who's just living a normal life until, you know, one day her sister mysteriously and coincidentally marries the Prince of Scotland. However, the prince also hires a poor tutor to teach the girls how to be ladylike, whereas the prince is more of a rambunctious type, and so she is learning two very different perspectives and is convinced that she just needs to write the playbook on how to be royal herself. And Her Royal Highness tells the story of Millie, who is experiencing a pretty rough breakup, so to get away she goes to a boarding school where her roommate is the princess. And it's essentially a hate-to-love romance between Millie and the Princess of Scotland. Next, I got Wilder Girls, which I believe is pitched as Lord of the Flies but girls. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, okay. One day I will learn a word other than excited. But this sounds a lot of fun and I cannot wait to pick it up. Next is one that I've been highly anticipating, Gemina, by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. This is the sequel to Illuminae, and I have now completed my set of the trilogy. Illuminae tells the story of a planet that has been attacked, and everyone is sent off on spaceships to kind of save the population. However, the sickness is taking over, and there's a sentient AI and a romance, and it's just a lot of fun. The most unique part of Illuminae is that it is told in a varied format. So we have emails, we have regular book text, we have text messages, we've got images, we've got all kinds of things happening, and I highly recommend you read the audiobook while reading the physical copy. That is the best experience. I also got Memento, the exclusive Illuminae Files novella. I'm so excited. So, yes. Last but not least, I got All Your Twisted Secrets by Diana Urban. This tells a story of this group of students who received a scholarship and are now at the scholarship banquet. However, the scholarship banquet was actually a trap, and now they have to decide who among them will be murdered. Only one has to die, but they have to decide, and that sounds so intense. Oh my gosh. So I want to say I'm excited. I'm gonna say it. I'm excited. Yep. So excited to pick this one up. So those are my 26 books plus exclusive novella chapters, and that is a very large book haul right there. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know which of these books I should put at the top of my TBR, or if there are any that you really want to check out as well, and I will check in with you guys in my next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, friends.